Welcome along, race fans, here to Road America, and in its history, we've seen a lot of great racing, battles, and some late race drama. Defending winner Alex Benyacko will be starting in fourth, but it's a rookie front row, with Julio Cesar and JJ Roberts navigating us towards that green flag. But one of the bigger stories here on the paddock, Bradley Bishop Jr. will be starting near the back half of the field here. The points leader has got a lot of work to do. Really messed up his Q run, spun off into the gravel, and that's why he lost a lot of time. Pace car is off though. The field getting set to go racing here. 42 cars, and with the races winding down, the championship is at stake. Green flag in the air. We're racing here at Road America. And already 3 wide into the first corner, Alex Benyacko not hesitating to take action early on. And Alex Benyacko on a hot streak of good runs, looking to get some desperate attempts at a win here today. And now looking for the race lead already on Julio Cesar. A great start for car number 8 as they're side by side down the long stretch they go. As they come towards the notorious turn 5. It's a long straightaway, so a lot of drivers will use that straight line speed to their advantage, as here they come hard on the brakes into turn 5. Benyacko holding his ground up top, Cesar down at the bottom. Very tight corners for the both of them, and Alex Benyacko still in command, has the nose ahead, looks like, for the time being. Julio Cesar trying to hold him off, but Alex Benyacko now to the top spot here in the beginning of the race. A great start for car number 8, while Jeffrey White's trying to take third away from Scott Roush, which he will do so as Roush really drives it in hard in the corner. Jack Porkins able to attack as JJ Roberts, who started second, is already faded a little bit outside that top 5, but you see the mid-pack getting dicey. Stephen Jenkins looking to get around Corey Williams and James Shelley. Shelley, with Bradley Bishop Jr.'s bad qualifying run, is looking to help gain some positions on his competitors here, and looking to get around Hannah Al, which he does quite easily. Through the kink they go. Very notorious and fast corner for a lot of these drivers here. Eric DeMax did not start too well. He's also trying to get a march forward in car number 60. So a lot of drivers, different stories all around, looking to see if they can gain some track position as they are all packed up for the time being. But back up front, it's Alex Benyacko leading the way. However, not everybody on lap 1 would be safe, as Kyle Michelia would drive the car off the final corner. He too did not qualify too well, and just like that, he's already dead last. And car number 17, the Canadian tire winner, is looking to see if he has to turn things around here, because this is certainly not the start they were looking forward to. Here comes Eric DeMax. He's trying to clock into the top 20 here by the end of lap 2, and looking to try and get 2 birds with 1 stone into the first corner, trying to get around Onjack and Shepard 3 wide into turn 1. Very aggressive maneuver from Eric DeMax, and here he comes into turn number 3. Aiden Shepard nearly getting shoved off by Onjack, and the rookie giving some aggression early on to the veteran. And here comes Sean Angel, who also didn't qualify too well. A lot of big names did not start too well in this race, and now they're 3 wide. Down the long stretch they go. James Silverfox looking to join in on the action, as well as Bobo Jones. And here they come towards the Moraine sweep into turn 5. Hard on the brakes. Angel on the outside in the kind of the worst case scenario, but trying to get the exit off that corner. And with that Rodriguez racing car kicking into power, Sean Angel seeing if he can try and get around both the Dodges all together. And Angel actually with a clean pass on the both of them. And just like that, both the Toyotas are trying to march their way forward to max up to 21st, and Angel up to 22nd. Ooh, what a bit of a dive bomb by Stephen Jenkins, trying to get around his teammate of Alexander Rowe. Jenkins trying to keep his shape in tip-top form here today. And with James Shelley now on the rear bumper of both of the Flying Aces cars, Shelley's looking to see if he can find a way to get around them as they approach turn 14. Shelley now finding a hole. He's gonna go through the middle and try to split the Flying Aces cars all together. And here comes the Zest machine. James Shelley using that forward power to his advantage and easily passing the 2 of them. James Shelley up to P12, and with a run like this, he could actually steal the points lead away from Bradley Bishop Jr. as you see Stephen Jenkins now trying to get around Alexander Rowe yet again. The 2 of them still battling it out all together. And a great skull for position, especially near the mid-pack. Ross Jackson, you see there. 3 of the Flying Aces racing cars running really close together. You see Chris Dodd running a little bit off the track, just a tad there, and that's going to allow Hannah Allen and Corey Williams all together to join in on the battles. But really, these two are still side by side. Jenkins trying to use his experience in hand to his advantage. See Jack Halleck battling Cody Lamas, so Jenkins gets the spot, while you see Cody Lamas and Jack Halleck, two Cup guys, going at it for position. So the Texan car versus the Roush family racing car, and both of them still side by side in the corner. Cody Lamas trying to hold off Jack Halleck, but the Australian just looking very strong on the exit there, and an easy overtake from Jack Halleck, a brave move from car number 09. William Brock now has his nose on Cody Lamas, but that also has allowed Shelley again to pounce on the two of them. He is closed in the gap yet again, and Lamas really sends it into turn 14, and down the road America straight they go, the uphill sector of the racetrack, and Cody Lamas getting a nice tandem from James Shelley. He's certainly going to thank him a bit later, but you can just tell the difference in power between the Turner Performance car and the Texan Motorsports machine. A difference in equipment, and just equipment just really kicking in for James Shelley, just how strong that 71 car is at the moment. And now looking for a top 10 position on car number 41. Lamas gets the drive off, great defending from Cody Lamas, and James Shelley really wiggled the car in the corner, wheel hopped that, and that allows William Brock again to pounce on the situation. And there is Stephen Jenkins yet again. Jenkins has been lurking his way forwards in that 15 car, and really, even though it's been a bit of a break for Stephen Jenkins, he's done a great job so far keeping this car clean and running inside the top 15. As you see him now going around William Brock for position. Brock still holding his ground. Great battles, especially near the mid-pack. Despite it being an Alex Benyacko show for the time being, William Brock drives a little bit off into the rumble strip, and here comes Jenkins with a full head of steam through the fast right-hander they go, and Stephen Jenkins looks like he's gonna top out, but Brock still has his nose on the outside, sends it in the corner, both of them still hard on the brakes and off the gas there, and here comes Alexander Rowe yet again, the two Flying Aces cars being sparring partners early on here today. And Alexander Rowe looking to see if we can find a way around Stephen Jenkins through the carousel and coming towards the kink. And Jenkins still not giving up on the fight, very stubborn, battling his teammate, and he will top out ahead with Hannah Allen though, able to close in on Alexander Rowe through the kettle bottoms. And here comes Chris Dunn and the Allen Family Racing Team 43. He's actually looking to make it 3 wide in the corner, and he really dove bomb the both of them, and Alexander Rowe shoves Hannah Allen nearly off the track, and look at that, it's caused a huge stack up of cars right behind Chris Dunn and Hannah Allen. It's a domino effect for track position all over the racetrack, and with this gang of cars, disaster could be imminent. But Chris Dodd, though, looking to eke out on top, but you see Ross Jackson, Corey Williams have joined in on the fight with Vince Freeze in hot pursuit. He's actually looking to make it 3 wide, and Ross Jackson puts the block, but Vince Freeze going even way lower on the racetrack, and they all go 4 wide into turn 1, all trying to make it stick, and Ross Jackson nearly loses the car. A gutsy maneuver from Vince Freeze, 4 wide action in turn 1, you don't see that every day. And that could have been a disastrous wreck waiting to happen, and Sean Angel has closed in on the battle just because of them all checking up in turn 1. And what a great squabble for track position. I'm at a loss of words here today. What spectacular action here early on at Road America. I still can't fathom how they went 4 wide into turn number 1. Ross Jackson put a block, and Vince Freeze thought I was going to go lower in the track. There was a little bit of contact there with Paul Jackson and Freeze. Not much done for the both of them, but man, that could have been disastrous if Vince Freeze did not back off into the corner, because they all could have crashed in turn 1, and the consequences of a crash in that corner would have been tremendously spectacular but disastrous at the same time. But man, that was some close action there. One of the best moments we've probably seen from this track in its history here in the Hardee's National Series. Aiden Shepard now battling Bobo Jones for the 26th position, but Vance Conwell is also closed in. Conwell also didn't qualify too well. He's looking to the inside in turn 5, and with Redline Motorsports shutting down, they're looking to end the season on a high note. Gennaro also doing the same thing with James Silverfox, but Vance Conwell struggling with his race car early on. You see Bradley Bishop Jr. trying to get his way upwards towards the back, just trying to save as much points as he can, not to make it a huge deficit, because it doesn't look like That 44 car actually looks like a really quick car in terms of getting through traffic. But at the moment, Bradley Bishop Jr. doing the best he can to try and get at least a top 20 finish here by the end of this one, because it's only 20 laps, and with pit strategy coming into play here, they might have to be a little bit creative if they want to keep Bradley Bishop Jr. in that points lead. And speaking of pit stops, Alex Benyacko has brought the car into pit lane, and we will have a cycle begin here today. Scott Roush, teammate, will join in. Roush having a very good car and very good run so far. They're looking to try and get a late season resurgence for car number 3. There's JJ Roberts, Cody Lamas, and William Brock also joining in with Steven Jenkins. A lot of Cup guys that we normally see are also coming down. Corey Williams also trying to gain some points on BBJ. He's also down pit lane, and Alex Benyacko, good easy stop for him, as well as Scott Roush. They're looking to try and get themselves into the cycle. All the rest of the field, though, they're looking to probably extend a couple laps or so to see if they can do something to try and get some track position and maybe gain some time on their rivals. Here comes Jeffrey White and Julio Cesar to round out pit stops, both of them looking to see if they can overcut. On Alex Benyacko, they decided to pit a lap later than car number 8. Alex Benyacko has been the main guy that has dominated this race, as we're going to pay attention a little bit on him right now. There he is coming towards the uphill straight and towards turn 1, a long straightaway for Alex Benyacko, but he knows the track very much to the backside of his hand. And with car number 8, though, looking to try and hold off Julio Cesar. Cesar actually went for 4 tires, apparently, as reported, and he will be ahead of Julio Cesar, but not ahead of Anthony Marchese and Jeffrey White. So the two of them with very good pit stops. Jeffrey White, I think, actually, they have taken 2 tires from what I've heard, and Anthony Marchese has also taken 2 tires as well. So they're going for a little bit bolder strategy to see if they can reward themselves with track position, while Alex Benyacko, they took 4 tires to see if they can find a way to get around the 33 and the 11, but Jeffrey White, though, in command of the race lead. Benyacko's tires are up to temperature. Julio Cesar has cycled to 4th, but the battle for 5th is on between Scott Roush and Jack Halleck, and Halleck's gonna lose out, but a great run for car number 09, Jack Halleck, proving his worth here in the FBRL. Very impressive runs with Roush family in the Sony Cup Series, and showing that here in the Hardee's National Series. Car number 09 could be a contender or even a dark horse for this race win. Alex Benyacko got a really good carousel that time around, and now he's making a move towards the kink on Anthony Marchese, looking to the inside and almost trying to make it work. He really slipped the car, hit the rumble strips there, and kind of lost some traction. And it was really close between the two of them there. Marchese kind of pinched him towards that rumble strip and the grass. And Anthony Marchese just trying to defend his position, trying to get the tires up to temperature. But Jeffrey White loving what he's seeing right now, looking to try and pull that gap from Anthony Marchese and Alex Benyacko. Sean Angel now on his mission to try and charge William Brock for position. This is for 15th. And car number 6, Sean Angel, again starting near the back half of the field, has marched his way towards that top 20 area. Steven Jenkins going a little bit off there, and Vince Freeze at that checkup. And look at Corey Williams there, able to pounce on the two of them. Corey Williams, remember, not the best road course racer on the planet. And Corey Williams looking to see if he can get around both Vince Freeze and Steven Jenkins. Both these two drivers all battling for position. Sean Angel does get around William Brock, while Corey Williams looking to get around Steven Jenkins with Eric DeMax right on the hot tails, or the coattails of Corey Williams. Jenkins still struggling with his car a little bit. Vince Freeze kind of the same as well, but both trying to get them under power here as the run goes on. And Vince Freeze, though, holding his ground up top. Jenkins keeps his car tight on the bottom. And it looks like Corey Williams is going to help out Vince Freeze just a little bit into the corner. Hard on the brakes they go. And it looks like it's going to be Vince Freeze that's going to be able to top out on Steven Jenkins, but Jenkins looking to try and get that grip in the carousel, side by side with car number 42. And it looks like Vince Freeze is still going to be having an opponent that's going to challenge him. And it looks like car number 42 is going to be able to eke out just with that exit speed. And Corey Williams holds off a hard-charging Eric DeMax at the time being. But a great squabble for position for 17th, and it's Vince Freeze that tops out. Anthony Marchese coming down pit lane. Looks like the final cycle is going to kick in, and Anthony Marchese looking to do an undercut strategy, as well as Jack Halleck. So they're all going to take some Goodyear tires on their Toyotas, or really they're just their cars. Looks like Anthony Marchese that might go for a 2-tire stop on car number 33, and it looks like they will do that. So another bold strategy call. Jack Halleck looking to do the same thing, so they believe tire wear won't be as much of an issue as anticipated. And Anthony Marchese is going to be the first one out, with Jack Halleck in second. So in terms of that cycle for the time being, it's Anthony Marchese that's going to be giving the pressure to everybody else there. You see a battle for position with Max Ludger, Gatlin Downey, Noah Hart, and Jeff James. These guys have kind of been struggling all race long, and they're certainly looking to try and forget this weekend ever happened, because they are not running the most spectacular results. Noah Hart weaving to the left side of Gatlin Downey, looking to see if he can find a way around that 55 car, and that is all near the back half of the field. This is a bit outside the top 20, near the top 25 range, and Noah Hart just not happy with his car all weekend long, and they've really struggled in qualifying recently in terms of the team. And Noah Hart's really just trying to turn that around here, because they looked very strong when Noah Hart was in that car early on, but it doesn't seem the progress has been as good for that 12 team. Alex Benyacko and Scott Roush are going to come into pit lane, so they're also trying to do this undercut strategy, this time on Jeffrey White. So these two are going to be ones to look out for as well. Alex Benyacko, dominating the first half of the race, has not been able to really make progress on Jeffrey White, who took 2 tires, while Alex Benyacko, I believe, took 4, so surprisingly, the tires didn't really kick in as much as they thought. And there's JJ Roberts and Cody Lawless to join in, and Alex Benyacko is going to be the first one out, ahead of Scott Roush in terms of their mini cycle. But watch Anthony Marchese in the picture. He's actually getting challenged by Max Ludger, so that's actually really going to hurt that progress of that 33 car. So Anthony Marchese in a different race compared to Max Ludger. He's not going to be too pleased with the 99 racing him like that. And Max Ludger certainly not going to give up without a fight. This is all for track position. And Anthony Marchese will be behind Scott Roush and Alex Benyacko, but you look at the gap between him and the 3. Alex Benyacko with a really good stop compared to Scott Roush. Jeffrey White is now down pit lane. Julio Cesar, both of them pretty much committed to their strategy. Lawn drivers that follow the strategy of White are following their second cycle this time around, and Jeffrey White's gonna get his stop done as well. And here they come. Watch Alex Benyacko. There he is again. This is going to be a really close battle off, but it's Jeffrey White by a long shot over Alex Benyacko. But Benyacko, again, up to temperature, and actually both of them went for a similar strategy. So 2 tires on car number 11 and 8. So those tires are going to be cold for Jeffrey White, but Alex Benyacko has got to charge his way and use those tires up if he wants to have a shot at winning this race, because Jeffrey White is set sail. But with Jeff James in the way, this actually could play into the hands of the rest of the field, especially second on down. Alex Benyacko has been up to speed compared to Jeffrey White, and that has allowed him to close the gap. But White now looking to try and get around Jeff James to try to put him a lap down, and James is not having at it. He's actually going to hold his line and defend his position on Jeffrey White, and that allows Alex Benyacko to come into the fray to try and attack that 11 car. And Jeffrey White, though, trying to find his second win, while Alex Benyacko is trying to defend his crown after his win last year at Road America. This A-team has been looking very quick all race long, and with Jeffrey White right in his eyes, Alex Benyacko could steal one away from that 11 car. These two have been the class of the field all race long, and they're looking to justify that today with a win on either one of their sides. Jeff James, though, holding his ground. He's doing the best he can as a racer, but Jeffrey White is certainly not going to like that whatsoever. Alex Benyacko has been putting the pressure on that 11 car, and with that car just looking better off with the adjustments made, Alex Benyacko could steal it away from Jeffrey White as they come towards turn 12. That 11 car just still stuck behind Jeff James, but Scott Roush has also joined into the party, and as well as Anthony Marchese. It could be a 4-horse race to decide it all as they round turn 14. White drives it wide, and here comes Alex Benyacko to try and take the lead away, and he swipes it away from Jeffrey White. So car number 11 loses the lead with a mistake, and a costly one in turn 14. And it's rockets away for Alex Benyacko. Scott Roush is now looking to try and take the second spot away. And if you could call that a choke from Jeffrey White, you might as well say that, because that 11 car really drove it into turn 14 and messed up big time. And they might point fingers at that 22 car, but Jeffrey White able to defend his spot for second. Scott Roush is going to have to find another opportunity to try and take it away. But look at Anthony Marchese, very much so quiet on the radio and waiting to pounce on all three of them at once sooner or later. But that 33 car has been quick at the roadies, and right now, with a great shot at winning, Anthony Marchese could bamboozle that top three. Coming towards the line is going to be 2 more laps for Alex Benyacko, the defending race winner, looking to try and showcase his strength here at Road American with a 1-second lead. He's just got to hold off a hard-charging Scott Roush and Jeffrey White. But with Jeff James in front of him, Alex Benyacko really slipped in turn 3, and that's going to allow Scott Roush to really close in that gap. And that Loves machine certainly feeling the love here tonight, because that car has been quicker and quicker these past couple of laps. Through the Moraine, sweeping into turn number 5, the notorious left-hander just hard on the brakes, and Scott Roush is right there to really close in that gap. Benyacko is feeling the pressure, he slips again, and here comes Scott Roush right next to him, going to the left side. Benyacko puts the block on his teammate and is able to hold on for the lead for the time being, but the pressure is on between him and Scott Roush. The race for the lead has heated up, and Alex Benyacko is certainly feeling that pressure indeed. Through the carousel they go. The Reese's Peanut Butter Cup machine not going to give up without a fight here, but Scott Roush is willing to challenge his teammate here to try and steal a win away from Alex Benyacko. Through the kink, Benyacko still with a good distance away from Scott Roush and Jeffrey White, while Anthony Marchese's car not looking as strong as the top 3 Chevrolets up front. But CM Racing 1-2 with the Curtis Racing car lingering in third. Jeffrey White could pounce in on the action if things go in the right direction. But through the final few corners they go. Alex Benyacko has been strong all race long, has dominated this race with Jeffrey White, but with Scott Roush hot on his tail, it's going to be a race that we could never forget for quite a while. Off through the uphill we go, through the Road America straight. The white flag is in the air, 1 more lap to go. Scott Roush right on the rear bumper of Benyacko. Scott Roush looking to see if he can make a move into turn 1. He looks to the inside, Benyacko gives him space, and a battle for the lead is on between him and Scott Roush. Benyacko with the advantage off the corner, and Scott Roush files back in line, and he slips off the track. And here comes Jeffrey White to attack that number 3 car, and it's going to be a battle for second with Anthony Marchese able to also pounce on the top 2 as well. Alex Benyacko just looking to run away from Scott Roush and Jeffrey White, and Roush able to hold off that number 11, and now he's back on the mission to chase down Alex Benyacko. Into turn number 6, Alex Benyacko looking to try and catch up in this championship fight. With a great run he's had, and with Bradley Bishop Jr. and Corey Williams struggling, he could get himself back into this hunt with a win here today. But Scott Roush again has closed in the gap to car number 8. Through the carousel they go. Scott Roush has closed it in. Very quick corner for car number 3. Here they come towards the kink. Roush has really got to nail these corners if he wants to catch Alex Benyacko, because time is running out for car number 3. Benyacko has just done everything he could, running his P's and Q's, but these mistakes really cost that A car. But Roush harder on the brakes, later on the brakes, using those Goodyear tires to his advantage. And here they come towards turns number 13 and 14. Benyacko slips off the corner. Here comes Scott Roush coming in hot into turn number 14, and towards the home stretch they go, both of them running wide, but off towards the Road America straight. And for the 2nd year in a row, Alex Benyacko is going to win here at Road America, holding up a ferocious Scott Roush and a wild finish, and a CM Racing 1-2. What a job done by Alex Benyacko. He gets the W here today. Scott Roush will end up just short, while Jeffrey White will file into the 3rd position, and Anthony Marchese, great run for him, in 4th. How about the rookie of Julio Cesar getting himself a top 5? Jet Fork in 6th. James Shelley, great run for him, just the run they need to get in this championship hunt. He will be likely to take that points lead there with the 7th place run. Jack Halleck, great run in the 8th position. JJ Roberts, the other rookie, 9th, and Dylan Schwalmberg for UER will round out your top 10. What a race all around here. Alex Benyacko did the unthinkable and has won his 2nd race this season, and a huge win for the team. It's been CM Racing's playground since 2017, and it's just been their race to win here today. We're going to take a look at the rest of the race results, and congratulations to Alex Benyacko on the win.